First, we'll identify the given. We are given 2.91 moles of oxygen, and that's important to note that that's this guy right here. What we're asked to find is how many grams of water, and that's going to be this guy right here. So this is what we're trying to determine, and this is what we have to start. So you're going to take your starting value, you're given 2.91 moles of O2, and then just write it out. For the next step, times draw a line, we're going to take just the moles of O2, not the number, and we're going to place the moles of O2 at the bottom, and that's going to allow these to cancel with one another. Now, do not reuse numbers. Once we get to this spot right here, we want to go from moles of oxygen to moles of what we're trying to find, which in this case is the water. So this right here is known as the mole-to-mole ratio. For the mole-to-mole ratio, we want to use the coefficients. So the coefficient of oxygen is a 1, and the coefficient of the water is a 2. And that's my mole-to-mole ratio, where I switch from oxygen to water, switch from what I want to what I'm trying to find. Next step is times, draw a line, and I'm going to bring down the moles of water, water here, and now we can go to what we want, which is the grams. So here we're going to convert from moles to grams of water. So we're converting moles to grams of water. In order to convert from moles to grams, we have to go to the periodic table. And on the periodic table, we can find that 1 mole of water is equal to the grams of hydrogen times 2 plus oxygen. So I'm going to take the mass of hydrogen and I'm going to hit times 2 because there are 2 of them in the formula, plus oxygen is 15.999. Now you may round that to 16, but if we're just keeping the periodic table as is, we're going to get 18.015, and that is our mass of water from the periodic table. So to get this value, we did hydrogen times 2 plus oxygen to get the mass of water. That was 1.008 times 2 plus 15.999 equals 18.015 grams for water. That's how we get this number right here. Finally, we can calculate our final answer because moles of oxygen cancel, moles of water cancels, and we're at grams. So to calculate our answer, we're going to type in the first value, 2.91. We're going to hit times the top divided by the bottom, times the top divided by the bottom. So it's 2.91 times 2 divided by 1 times 18.015 divided by 1. You can skip the ones because they don't change anything. Final answer, I had 3 sig figs to start, so I'm going to round this to 1, 2, 3 significant figures. 105 grams of water is the final answer.